the news at 6. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu inaugurates 270 home units in Akan Usen. Senate tasks federal government on strengthening regulation to curb illegal mining. On the foreign scene, Colombian government sets date for peace talks with rebels. And in sports, Bafana arrives Uyo ahead 2026 World Cup qualifier against Super Eagles. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated 270 home units, Cluster 1, Akan Usen Mixed Housing Estate in Igondo, Ikoton local council development areas of the state. Speaking at the unveiling, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the project, which has been abandoned since 2001, is to provide decent accommodation for rural dwellers as part of his administration's efforts to reduce the housing deficit in the state. The governor, who urged beneficiaries to take ownership of the project, protected from vandals, pledged to complete the over 200 housing units Phase 2 and over 300 units Phase 3 of the project for more residents to benefit irrespective of their ethnicity or political affiliations.
Housing, we say, is a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of our social economic stability. And so the completion of these units is not only addressing the urgent need for affordable housing, but also fostering a sense of community and belonging amongst our residents. This project is designed to cater for a diverse socio-economic group, reflecting our vision of inclusive society where everyone has a home.
In his welcome address, Commissioner for Housing, Moruf Akinderu-Fatai, who noted that the project experienced a lot of challenges due to paucity of funds, called on the private sector to partner the state government to provide more affordable housing units for residents.
This opportunity to help beneficiaries of this estate and all other state governments own estate to take ownership of the entire estate, particularly in the aspect of the maintenance of the facilities and basic infrastructure, put in place and make it livable and habitable for irrespective of ethnicity, political affiliation, or religious differences.
Our correspondent Adeola Akindele reports that the mixed housing estate Cluster 1 has external features which included water treatment plant, central sewage system, electricity ingestion station, and car parks, among others. Lagos State University, Ojo, has conferred doctorate degree of philosophy on 89 graduates and professional doctorate degrees on 66 others at its 27th convocation. Speaking at the event, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who is also a visitor to the institution, commended the institution for living up to the expectations of the founding fathers and acknowledged its resilient ability to produce quality graduates to meet the manpower needs of the country. Governor Sanwo-Olu announced the donation of 10 million naira to the best graduating student of the university in the Department of Accounting Education for the 2022-2023 academic session. Olani Olawale, expressing his administration's commitment to the development of education in the state.
Under our administration, Lagos State government is committed to empowering students in all of our universities to unlock their full potential. We aim to foster a generation of innovative thinkers that will be problem solvers and great future leaders who will drive a sustainable development for Lagos and beyond.
Vice Chancellor of LASU, Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello, who reeled out various achievements of the institution in the last 1 year to include infrastructural development, educational advancements, strengthened research and intellectual drive, thanked Governor Sanwo-Olu for his invaluable support to the institution, pledging commitment to more development through trainings and human capital development.
This administration is committed to positioning LASU as a preferred research and learning hub for thousands of prospective students yearning for the most up-to-date knowledge. At LASU, students are equipped with the right mix of knowledge to transform society and increase its prosperity for the benefit of humanity.
In his opening remarks, Chancellor of the University, Professor Bolan Elias, who thanked Governor Sanwo-Olu for addressing infrastructural needs of the university and welfare of workers, called for continued support and urged the graduates to be good ambassadors of the institution and agents of positive change. Professor Olaliko Sani was honored as distinguished professor, while emeritus professorship was conferred on Professor Martins and Nitekai. Our correspondent Adiola Kindili reports that the event, which was attended by Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat, Speaker of the Lagos State Assembly Mudashiru Obasa, top government functionaries, academia, traditional rulers, among others, had Prince Tajuddin Ulusi awarded honorary doctorate award for his contributions to the university, Lagos, and the country in general, and the doyen of industry, Prince Samuel Adedoyin. The Lagos State House of Assembly has reaffirmed its commitment to continue working towards a brighter, more rewarding future for all. The House, in a statement to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the 10th Assembly, and signed by Chairman, Committee of the Information Strategy and Security, Stephen Ogunigbe, says it remains resolute in its mission to enhance the welfare of people, uphold the principles of democracy, and ensure its actions always reflect the wills and aspirations of those it serves. It expresses the Assembly's unwavering commitment to serving the people and fostering inclusive growth, stressing that over the past year, the 10th Assembly had demonstrated its dedication to passing landmark legislation, facilitating meaningful public engagement, enhancing transparency and accountability, and empowering constituents through effective representation. It says the 10th Assembly has added value and aided the performance of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in the delivery of democratic dividends to Lagosians, acknowledging the leadership role of the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, and commending the efforts of members, staff, and partners who have worked diligently to drive progress that places the House above the common standard of excellence. Lagos State Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation has distributed 6,000 sanitary pads in commemoration of year 2024 World Menstrual Hygiene Day, themed Together for a Period-Friendly World. In her address at the event, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Cecilia Dada, said girls and women still face challenges in accessing menstrual products, and it can lead to negative reaction outcomes, missed education and work opportunities, perpetual stigma, and shame. Dada said the ministry had done a lot of programs since 2019 till date, as over 65,000 families have benefited from its initiatives. She added that everyone must work together to break taboos, beliefs, and silence surrounding menstruation. On her part, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Oluyemi Kalesonwo, explained that the ministry has taken it upon itself to make sure girls and women are educated on how to take their menstrual health hygiene seriously. Now to the rest of the stories. The Senate has asked the federal government to strengthen regulation on mining activities in Nigeria. in line with international best practices and deploy adequate security to the mining communities to prevent further intrusion by informal miners. This resolution followed a motion sponsored by Senator Sani Musa on the urgent need to address the incident of a rock slide which buried over 30 people in a mining site in Farindoki community, Shiroro local government, Niger State, on Monday, 3rd of June 2024. The Senate also mandated its Committee on Solid Minerals to conduct an on-the-spot assessment of the site to investigate the remote and immediate cause of the land rock slide and accelerate the passage of the Mine Ranger Bill currently before the Senate. Deputy Senate President Barao Jibril, who declared a minute silence in honor of the victims of the tragic incident, said the federal government is constantly shortchanged, especially by foreigners, as exploitation of the sector is conducted without recourse to international best practices. Meanwhile, 20 people have been confirmed dead from the collapsed mine, while 14 more people are still trapped and awaiting rescue. Kaduna State government is set to plant 10 million trees to combat desertification and reclaim degraded land across the state. Deputy Governor of the state, Hadiza Balarabe, announced this at an event to commemorate the 2024 World Environment Day and flagging of tree planting held at the Kaduna State University. Balarabe explained that the progress of Nigeria's Great Green Wall project, desert encroachment into Kaduna State, persists. According to her, the challenge has inspired the Kaduna Great Green Wall project to plant millions of trees across frontline local government areas to prevent further desertification. The theme for World Environment Day 2024 is land restoration, drought resilience, and desertification progress. Kaduna State Governor Diko Rada has launched the 5 billion naira Katsina State SME Growth Fund, as well as the Diko Business Development Support BDS Core Intervention Programs, an initiative aimed at empowering small and medium-scale enterprises, MSMEs, in the state. In these intervention programs, entrepreneurs will be provided with financial resources, business development services, and access to markets. Governor Rada, while launching the program, said MSMEs are the backbone of any thriving economy. He acknowledged the link between economic instability and insecurity, emphasizing that creating economic opportunities through upscaling MSMEs will lead to job creation, poverty reduction, and a strengthened local economy. And now to foreign news. Colombia's government and a group of left-wing rebels have said they will begin formal peace talks later this month. The group, which calls itself Second Marquetalia, split off from the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, FARC, after the latter signed a peace deal in 2016. The talks are part of President Gustavo Petro's plan to bring total peace to Colombia. While negotiations with other rebel groups have proved rocky, President Petro has insisted that they are the only way to ensure peace in the conflict-racked country. In our sports, South Africa and officials have arrived Uyo for their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying fixture against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Bafana arrived at Nigeria after delays in their travel on a special flight. The contingent spent the night in Port Harcourt, where they did their immigration, after the airport in Uyo was closed down, and finally landed in Uyo this morning. Friday's encounter is billed for the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo. And that's all for the news. Just before we go, always slow down at road intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms. On X, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a forum for women across the 57 local government and local council development areas in the state with a view to enhancing their productivity, and economic growth. You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated 270 home units, Cluster 1, Egon Igondo Mixed Housing Estate in Igondo Ikotun Local Council Development Area of the state. The Senate has asked the federal government to strengthen regulation on mining activities in Nigeria in line with international best practices and deploy adequate security to the mining communities to prevent further intrusion by informal miners. We also told you that Colombia's government and a group of left-wing rebels have said they will begin formal peace talks later this month. And in sports, South African players and officials have arrived Uyo for their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying fixture against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio91.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbalagun. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.